So this is our last week for my Lushootseed classes. I think Michelle Miles is going to start hers next week, and I'm not sure about any more details than that, other than it's going to happen. So let's start with the weather today. Let's start with the season. Zolpeel. Zolpeel is season. Zolpeel. Zolpeel. So that D raised to Z makes that Z, Z sound. The schwa makes an sound, and the I makes an E sound. Zolpeel. Zolpeel. And the season is Uhit Hudub. Spring. Uhit Hudub. This makes an U, an E, and then the schwas are Uhit Hudub. Zolpeel. Uhit Hudub. Next, Usgukub, which is sunny, which is not what's going on outside today. Usgukub. Usgukub. Then we have Ushahwub. Ushahwub is windy. Make sure you're saying both that S and that S wedge, which is a sh sound. Ushahwub. And the X raised W is just a blowing sound. And anytime you've got that floating W, you're going to be rounding your mouth. Ushahwub. 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 And that's windy or wind, but that's not really what's going on outside. Okay, what'd I do? Not that. What's going on outside is us sohwheel, which is like stormy wind. Stormy wind, yeah. Us sohwheel. Us sohwheel. Make sure you're saying both those S's. Us sohwheel. And that's the kind of wind that's going on outside right now. It's crazy. So if the power goes out, my bad. Uskakub. Uskakub is cloudy. Uskakub. Remember that Q is back of the throat. But when it's glottalized, uskakub. And that running man is back of the teeth and tongue. Uskakub. Uskakub. It gets stuck in my mouth too. Uskakub. They're not easy sounds to make. Ubakwo. Whoops, I spelled it wrong. Bakwob. It's snowy. Snowing. Ubakwob. So you've got that Q raised W, so it's going to be back of your throat, but you're going to be rounding your mouth because it's got that floating W. Ubakwob. Ubakwob. Next, oops, my favorite. No capital. Just don't do it. Hwadit. And that is thunder. Hwadit. So it's another Q right here with that raised W. And then this X wedge with the little floating W. So that X wedge makes a sound. But when you have that floating W, you're gonna be blowing out when you make that sound. So Quadib. That's thunder. Oops. Just ignore the phone ringing. Katsatsu. I thought it was done. Is it rude to just pick it up and hang up? Lightning. Katsatsu. The A makes ah, ka, sa, and then suit. Katsatsu. Hope that call wasn't important. Squashab. Oh my God, I'm dumb. I missed rain. I don't know how I missed rain. Cold. Completely skipped over the rain. Ukolb is rainy or raining. Ukolb. Ukolb. Now we can get to, oops. Squashab. 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 And let me check my list. Sure I'm not missing any other ones. Yeah, that's it. Rainbow. Kobach. Shed. Quo. It's botch and then shud. Quo botch shud. Quo botch shud. So let's go through all of the words we've done so far. Zolpeel. Zolpeel. Uhi hudub. Uhi hudub. Us gut cub. Us gut cub. Us shafwub. Us shafwub. Us sohwheel. Us sohwheel. Us kakub. Us kakub. Ubakwob. Ubakwob. Khwekwadib. Khwekwadib. Katsatsu. Katsatsu. Ukolb. Ukolb. Squashab. Squashab. And Quobach shud. Quobach shud. So that C wedge makes a CH sound, with that S wedge making the sh sound. Quobach shud. Quobach shud. And I think that's pretty much it for the weather. Oops. So what season is it? Or what's the season, however you would ask that. Stab, qui, zol, heel. Stab, not stab, stab. Remember that A only makes an ah sound. Stab, qui, zolpeel. Zolpeel. And then you want to respond with the season is spring. Say, uhi hudub, heed zolpeel. So remember in Lushootseed, it's kind of backwards. So The season is spring. Is spring the season? So uhi hadab tidzal peel. Let's do one more or a couple more sentences. Whoops, not that. Us chal tia slachel, which is how is the day, which is what we kind of use to ask how the weather is. Us chal tia slachel, and al tia slachel. Let's do a sohwheel. So altia slachel is the word or the phrase that we use for today. Yeah, that whole thing. Altia slachel asohwheel iti ukolb. It's windy and rainy. Altia slachel asohwheel iti ukolb. It's windy and rainy. Although it might have stopped raining a little bit. But that don't matter. Okay. Moving on from the weather, let's go over the berries. No, not the berries. Not the berries. The plants. That's what I want to go over, the plants. Sorry. Our seasonal plants. Last week we learned to pluralize them. We're not going to do that right now. We might save that for later. So plants. So dupe. Plants. Dupe. Excuse me. That Running Man makes that sound. It's kind of like the sound you'd make if you were calling a horse. But instead of like sucking the air in, you're blowing it out. And you should be, if you're doing it right, you should be able to feel air coming out of either side of your tongue, which is weird to say, but you know. You will also spit with that one. That's how you know you're doing it right. Dupe. I just sprayed my screen. Sorry, that was gross. Dupe. Dupe. Remember that X wedge is that sound. Dupe. Next we have studs. Studs. Just stinging nettles. Studs. Or nettle. I don't know. You know, just leaving it. I'm trying not to get too, you know, OCD. Studs. Remember the C's in Lushootseed makes that, they make that TS sound. So a regular C is t, 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 t. But if it's glottalized, it's kind of a harder puff of air between your teeth. Studs. Studs. And you do have to pronounce that S. Studs. Studs. Another glottalized C. Abid. Abid. That's camas root. Abid. Abid. Next, shagwats. Shagwats, and that's salmonberry sprout. We've got the glottal stop, and that acts like an abrupt pause between the first part and the last part of the word. Shagwats. Shagwats. And remember, anything with that floating W, you're gonna blow out. Shagwats. So your mouth should be rounded when you're saying it. Shagwats. Next, chalas. Chalas is bracken. Chalas. Both those A's make an ah sound. Chalas. Chalas. Arats. Oops. June plum. Ugh. I think I gotta sneeze, but it's not happening. Adots. So just like the regular C wedge that makes that sound, when it's glottalized, it also makes the harder sound. Just like the C, this regular or this glottalized C makes the harder sound. This one makes a harder sound. Adots. Adots. And that X wedge with the floating W. Adots. Adots. Piots is a cedar tree. Piots. Is that everything? I thought there was more. I know I'm missing one. Not even missing one, I'm missing a lot. Okay. Next. Swawadis. Swawadis. Dandelion. Swawadis. Remember that glottal stop is a pause. Swawat. Swawat. Swawadis. Next. Bobchud. Bobchud is horsetail fern. Bobchud. Bobchud. And Tsaus. I spelled that right. Tsaus, another plant with a bunch of glottalized C sounds. Tsaus. Tsaus. That is thimbleberry sprout. There we go. Tsaus. So let's go through the plants again. Achdup. Achdup. Studzch. And this X wedge, if it doesn't have that floating W, it's just studzch. Studzch. Tabid. Tabid. Shagwaats. Shagwaats. Chalas. Chalas. Chahwarats. Chahwarats. Excuse me. It's allergy season. Chpiots. Chpiots. That glottal stop kind of pauses that word. Chpiots. And it does the same in this one. Swawadis. Swawadis. Bobchud. Bobchud. Tsaus. Tsaus. Now we can do our berries. And after we do the berries, we will do the salmon. After the salmon, we're going to do cooties. What the hell are my berries? Did I not just have them? So, squalashid. Squalashid is berry. Like the general word for berry or fruit. Squalashid. Squalashid. Wadbeef. Wadbeef is blackberry. Wadbeef. So remember, you've got floating W's you're going to be blowing out, especially with this one. Whoops, the X-raised W doesn't make any sound. It's just a blowing sound. Yeah, sound, whatever. Wadbeef. Wadbeef. It's not vocal is what I'm meaning. You shouldn't be using your voice when you're making that sound. Beef. Beef. Guadbi. And we have swadak, huckleberry, swadak, chalkwoba is raspberry, chalkwoba, obd is red elderberry, obd, another one of those, oops, hard C sounds, obd. Make sure you're making both the B and the T. I don't think you really hear the B that much, but you need to at least try to make, because you make them like, you go from the B into the T right away, so it almost sounds like you're not saying it, but your mouth should be trying to say it. It's weird. Obd. So it's not as pronounced as the T, but that's okay. Aka. Salal berry. Aka. It's that hard C. Aka. Stagwad is salmon. Stagwad. Colostub is serviceberry. Colostub. And the last one, Steetu is strawberry. So from the beginning, squalashad. Make sure you're making that sound. Guadbeef. Swadak. Make sure you're pausing before you say that sound. Swadak. Chalkwoba. Obd. And you will be making both that S and that glottalized C. Obd. Aka. Stagwad. Colostub. And Steetu. Next we have salmon. Somewhere, not there. Here. So salmon, the general term is ulad. It is the general term for salmon or fish in general, just ulad. Got the S, make sure you're pausing before you ulad. First salmon, hadot, and that is the salmon, hadot. Next we have sake. Sake. Oh, glottal stop. Not an F, glottal stop. So when you're saying these, you have that C or that S and that C together, you do have to make both those sounds, even though they kind of sound similar. So it's kind of so let's put them together. So it's kind of like an STS sound. And then you say the rest of the word. Sake. And that is sockeye. Next, spell that right. Keuk. Keuk is steelhead. Keuk. My favorite. White dog salmon. White. I know it's hard to kind of, oops, do these two together. Then you have the white. It takes practice. Then we have yobutch, king salmon, yobutch, and wheats. And that is silver salmon. Make sure I get them all. I think I did. So, ulad, hadop, sakay. Remember, those Q's are back of the throat. And this one, we've got a glottalized W, so you're going to kind of pause before you say that X wedge. White. Yobutch, and squawheats. Now, over here, we are going to pluralize, just like what we did a couple days ago. We're going to pluralize all of these. Now, remember when we pluralize things in Lushootseed, we're basically repeating the first three letters. Unless that first letter is an S, we do not repeat that. It's a nominalizer, which means it turns something into a noun. And we don't repeat that. You don't have to worry about all the technical stuff. Just know that if there's an S in front of it, you're going to go to the next three. So you're still going to put that S there, but you're going to studs. So you're going to repeat the next three. Those are stinging nettles. Studs. I know it's a lot. Studs. And then you've just pluralized it. Now keep in mind, this is only the way we pluralize what we're doing right now is only for like nouns and stuff, because to pluralize people, it's a whole different thing. And we're not doing that. Abid and this roots. It's interesting how it changes. Like in English, we just put that S at the end, but in Lushootseed, we have to repeat those first three letters. Abid. Next we have shug. Shugwa. Can't get my finger placement right. Salmonberry sprouts. Got shugwaats and then shugwaats. Shugwaats. Chalas. So we're gonna C wedge AL, C wedge ALAS. Chalas. And comes bracken, not that. Bracken ferns. Chalas. Okay, next, I'm going to repeat the glottalized C wedge schwa, X wedge raised W. Oops. Chachwarats. With this one, I think we talked about last week. Yeah, just keep right there. How some people say it, Oops, I forgot the bottom stop. They stress a schwa between the X wedge and the P. It's not technically supposed to be there, but it can be there to kind of stretch out the word so you can hear it. So if we are pluralizing the first one, chpaiats, you're gonna HPA, HPAY, and then chpaiats. Chpaiats. But if you spell it like this, chpaiats, then you would pluralize it. Chpaiats. Either or. I mean, they kind of do sound the same, so it's not like a huge deal. Chpaiats. Chpaiats. I mean, there's a difference, but dealer's choice. Swawat dis. So this is another one with the S, the nominalizer, the noun maker, we're going to call it. So we're going to put the S there, but we're not going to repeat it. It's not part of that 3 letters. So the first 3 letters are wo, wa. Dis. So swo, wa, dis. And the wawatdis, swowawatdis. And yes, you have to, you got 2 W's together, 2 letters together, even if they're the same one like this, you have to pronounce them both. So swowawatdis. This isn't like English where we would just kind of, say the one sound. In Lushootseed, you have to say both of them. Swowawatdis. Next, bob chud. Bob chud. Horse tail ferns. Bob chud. Same thing as with the W's. You're gonna say both of them. Bob chud. Bob chud. And of course, same with this one. Oos. I agree, it sounds like a lot. Thimble, not thumble. Thimble, berry sprouts. Oos. So yeah, that's a lot of sound. Oos. Now we move on to our fruits, our berries. Only one kind of fruit, it's berries. So got that S nominalizer. We're not repeating that. Which is berries or fruits. Then we have gwud. I know it looks like that W stands as its own letter, but it's actually part of the G raised W, the G. So that this whole thing is one letter. And 1, 2, 3, gwud beef. Although between us, I don't think that if you were going to pluralize gwud beef, you would actually gwud beef. I think you would just gwud beef because of this ending. The beef means cluster or group, but we're just practicing pluralizing, so it's okay for now. But like if informal talking, if you were using it in a sentence, you would just gwud beef. You wouldn't gwud beef. Anyways, I digress. Swadach. Got another one with an S. We're gonna W schwa D A X wedge. Oh, glottal stop X wedge. Swadach. Swadwadach. That's cool. Oops. chalchoba. Chalchoba. Raspberries. I don't know why we wouldn't just put a Z there. We say it like raspberries, right? We don't say the P. Does anybody say the P? Raspberries? I always try to, but I'm weird. So chalchoba. Chalchoba. Next, we have another one that starts with the S, the noun maker. So put it down there. We got this glottalized CAB, glottalized CABT. Stobbed. That's red elderberry. Stobbed. Then we have taka. And that is salal berries. The guad, we have that S. We don't need to repeat that. We're gonna T schwa, G raised W, T schwa, G raised W, AD. Stug to guad. And that's salmon bellies. Is that my grandbaby eating breakfast over there? Oh, he's so cute. Colostub. We're gonna colostub. Colostub is service berries. And then last, stew. So keep in mind that the glottal stop also counts as a letter. So while we're not going to be repeating that S, the C wedge I, glottal stop, C wedge I, glottal stop, and the U. That's strawberries. So cheat you. Cheat you. Cheat you. Is Toby eating some strawberries? Oh, holy shit, he is. Yay. Okay. Now we go to the fish. So we're not going to pluralize ulad. We would never pluralize ulad. And if we did, we wouldn't use that as, it would be ulad, like that. But this word is kind of, it's general term for salmon or fish multiples. So we don't have to worry about pluralizing that, but we are going to pluralize hadot. Hadot. Gotta turn on the Lushootseed font. Hadot. There we go. Salmons. Okay. Remember that S isn't repeated, so C schwa Q, C schwa Q I glottal stop. Tsake. QI glottalized W, QI glottalized W, X wedge, steel heads. My favorite. White for dog salmons. White. I think it's fun to say, but I know a lot of people. That running man is hard. He's hard to master. Yobutch, yobutch. Salmons. Yobutch, yobutch. And squawheats. So we're not going to repeat that as squawheats. Squawheats. Silvers. I'll just put silvers for now. Squafweets. Okay, we did it. We pluralized everything. So let's go to the plants. Afdoop. Afdoop. Studs. 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 Abid. 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 Shagwa'ats. 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 Chalas. 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 Chahwarats. 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 Make sure you're making that hard sound. Chahwarats. Chpaiats. Chpaiats. Or chpaiats and chpaiats. Well, however you choose to say that one. For cedar trees. Swawadis. And then swawadis. Remember, you got to say both those W's even though they're close together. Swawadis. Bobchud. 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 Tataus. Tataus and tataus. Tataus. Onto our berries. Squalachlid. 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 Gwad beef. Gwad beef. Gwad beef. Swadak. Swadak. Swadwadak. Swadwadak. Chilquoba. 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 Stabbed. 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 Taka. 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 Stagwad. Stugtagwad. Stugtagwad. Quilostab. 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 Steetu. Steetu. And cheat you. All right. Wants to talk about cooties, bugs. So with spring comes bugs, unfortunately. So I have a little list. We don't have too many words for bugs. Like we don't have a word for moth. We don't have a word for dragonfly. So I took what I could find in the dictionary. Did I forget to do this one? Am I that dumb? I am that dumb. Well, whatever, we're doing bugs. I'm really interested in bugs. So first one, dx၀dx០is the generic term for bug. dx၀. And it basically means dx၀can mean like a hard worker. Isn't that what it means? Hold on. Because they're dx၀, which means monster, and dx၀, which means like a hard worker. And I think this word kind of plays on both of them because bugs are hard workers, but they're also little monsters. So let me quickly look in the dictionary. Yeah, so Zugwa is a kind of monster. Zugwa is like an expert, a professional, one who is noted for being or doing something. It's like a great one for doing something. And Zigzagwa is just a bug. This includes fly, ant, spider, etc., but not snakes. That's what the dictionary says. So Zigzagwa is like a small little expert, hard worker. And bugs are hard workers. So I'm going to start with one that's kind of familiar. Yobutch. We know Yobutch is king salmon. Yobutch is butterfly. And they sound the same because this is basically like a little king is what they call it. Because when the butterflies start coming, then that's when the king salmon are about to return. So butterflies signify, you know, the salmon coming, which means the fishermen are getting ready to go get their, you know, get their catch. So Yobutch, which I think is cool. I believe it's the yellow swallowtail specifically, but we use it for any butterfly. But the swallowtail is the one that comes. I think it's the one I'm thinking of. That's the one that comes when it's time for it's king salmon season. So Yobutch. Yobutch. So we got Zidzagwa. Remember those D raised Z's are making like a Z, Z, Zidzagwa. Zidzagwa, which is kind of what a bug sounds like, that Z, Z sound. And Yobutch. Yobutch. Next, we have Sabud. Sabud is a bee, but it can also be a wasp or a hornet or anything that buzzes and stings you. Sabud. Because I've used it for wasp, I've used it for hornet, but it does mainly mean bee. So we've got the X raised W, so you're going to blow out Sabud. 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 Next we have Wahwayu. Wahwayu is a fly. It just cracks me up, like, because in English it's just a small little fly, but the name is Wahwayu. Wahwayu. Tatopal is spider. Tatopal. So you've got the glottalized L, so that cuts off the whole word, you know, the whole sound. So tatopal, tatopal. What's next? Oh, I love this word. It's got so many hard sounds to it. Oat up. Oat up. I mean, if you had to guess, what could that be? Oat up. It's a flea. Oat up. And yeah, each of those are glottalized. So that P is that sound. The T is the t, 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 and the glottalized C wedge. Oat up. Oat up. All that just to say flea. What do we got next? Bushchod. Bushchod. Anybody familiar with the traditional story? That's a louse. And I was kind of shocked to find out that most people don't know what the hell a louse is. Lice. It's lice. The plural is lice. Just one is louse. Bushchod. Bushchod. I get itchy talking about lice. Bushchod. Eat. Cheat. Oh, that's a hard one for me. Cheat. Cheat. Mosquito. At the end? No, maybe at the end. Cheat. That one's hard, but that C wedge and then the regular C, both glottalized. That's kind of a tough one. Cheat. And then the QS. So let's kind of just cheat, cheat. And then the ps, ps. And the QS is a reference to the nose because the mosquito's got that long nose that sucks your blood. Another favorite of mine. Apid. Apid. Ant. Excuse me. It's that damn mosquito sound. It's too hard for me. So apid for ant. Excuse me. What else do we got? Regular sea wedge. I'm not looking forward to saying that one. And now my allergies are flaring up. Each. Each. Grasshopper. Each. Let's kind of break that up a little. Why did it do that? Why did it do that? Each. 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 Ooh. Do not like doing that one. There are some that some words and sounds that are they're just really hard. And then I included these two, even though they're not technically bugs, but they kind of fall under that category. Oluch is a worm. Oluch. And I guess you could use this for caterpillar. We don't have a word for caterpillar. Oluch. Hold on. I want to make sure that C wedge isn't glottalized. I have a feeling it is. It is. I knew it. Oh, not that. Oluch. Oluch. Worm, but you can use it for caterpillar. And then last one. Iacud. Iacud is slug, or you can use it for snail. Iacud. Let me make sure I got all of the bugs, the cooties. So yeah, we don't have too many words for different bugs. Like I was hoping we'd have a word for beetle. We don't have a word for beetle. I think anything that isn't any of the ones that we listed right here is just zidzagwa. And I have a feeling, and it's not confirmed, but I have a feeling that the reason why there aren't words for other bugs like dragonflies is because these ones were considered spirit powers, which means that you could quest for them. Yes, head lice was a spirit power. It was actually, it's interesting because it was a spirit power that would make you a really good warrior, because they said that the lice would be in your ears, giving you battle plans. So let's stop, being so harsh about head lice, because it's powerful. So let's go through our list. Zidzagwa. Dzidzagwa. Yot yobach. Yot yobach. Sabud. Sabud. Chwayu. Chwayu. Tatopal. Tatopal. Chot up. Chot up. Bashchad. Bashchad. Cheats. Cheats. Apad. Apad. Chichik each. Chichik each. Olach. Olach. And Yakad. Yakad. So just like with the other ones, let's, with exception to the bug, that one's generic. We don't need to pluralize it. But what if we wanted to say, we wanted to pluralize butterfly? We would yot yobach. Yot yobach. Yot yobach. So he's sabud. That's just fun to say. Sabud. Fly. Chwayu. Remember, you guys say every one of those. Chwayu. Let's try it again. More for me than for anybody else because I butchered that. Chwayu. Chwayu. Oops, and that is flies. Oops, not that. Tatopal. We are going to tatopal. I was laying in bed last night and I felt something tickle my neck. Turns out there's a spider on me. I'm pretty sure that I'm like predominantly made of spiders because they, like, not even joking, they fall out of my hair. It's gross. Choot up or chote up. Who in the heck is calling me? Please. Oops. Chote up. Chote up. So many hard sounds. Bush-chad. Bush-chad. Lice. Bush-chad. Eat. Oops. Eat. I'm just never going to say the word mosquito because that one, I don't know why, but it just trips me up. Cheat and cheat. This one will be fun. Open. Open. If you say this one correctly, you're probably spitting everywhere because I just did. Each. Each. I think you can also use this one for crickets. I mean, they kind of look the same anyways. Each. Solat. So with that S, we don't have to repeat that. So we're gonna glottal stop UL, schwa, hard C wedge. Olach. Olach. Worms. or caterpillars. Oh, Ola. Last one. Good. Slugs or snails. All right. Well, let's go to the beginning because we're pretty much at the end of the lesson. Let's go through the whole thing. Zolpeel. Zolpeel. Uhi hudub. Uhi hudub. Us gutkub. Us gutkub. Us shafwub. Us shafwub. Us sohwheel. Us sohwheel. Us kakub. Us kakub. Ubakwob. Ubakwob. Khwekwadib. Khwekwadib. Katatsu. Katatsu. Ukholb. Ukholb. Squishab. Squishab. Quabach shud. Quabach shud. What season is it? Stab queedzelpeel. Stab queedzelpeel. Uhi hudub teedzelpeel. Uhi hudub teedzelpeel. As chaltias lechel. Altias lechel. As sohwheeliti ukholb. Hi, Toby. Bye, Toby. Achdoop. Achdoop. Studs. 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 Tabid. Tabid. Shagwaats. Shagwaats. Chalas. Chalas. Chachwarats. Chachwarats. Chpaiats. Chpaiats. Or chpaiats. And chpaiats. Is that baby crying? Evelia made the baby cry. Swawatdis. Swawatdis. Remember, you got to say both those W's. Swawatdis. Bobchud. 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 Tataus. 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 Squalashad. 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 Gwad beef. Gwad beef. Swadak. Swadwadak. Chalquoba. Chalquoba. Stabbed. Stabbed. Taka. Taka. Stugwad. Stugwad. Make sure you're blowing out, making those G raised W sounds. I almost forgot. Stugwad. Colostum. 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 Cheat you. Cheat you. Sulad. Sulad. Hadot. 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 Stuckate. 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 Make sure you're making both the S and the C sound. White, 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 white. Yobutch, yobutch, yobutch. Squawheats, squawheats, squawheats. Make sure you're blowing out with all those raised W's. Squawheats. And onto our cooties. Dzidzagwa, dzidzagwa. Yobutch, yobutch, yobutch. Sabud, sabud, sabud. It's just fun to say. Ayut. Why is that hard for me? I'm tired. Ayut. And when it's plural, ayut. Ayut. Tatopal and tatopal. Tatopal. Oh, this is fun for everybody. I just spit everywhere. Chote up. Chote up. Chote up. Chote up. Bushchad. 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 Cheats. 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 Apud. 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 Let's just never pluralize any of these. So some of them are just so hard to say. Each. Each. And then each. Each. Hold on. I got dry mouth. Solach. 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 And last one, Qiyakud. And Qiyakud. Qiyakud. Yay, we did it. Got through all the cooties, all the buggies, all the berries, all the everything. All right, dies hois, we're done. Thursday will be our last class together. So I'm gonna work on sentences with the words, with the berries, with the plants, the fish, and the bugs. So we're gonna do just little sentences with those. So, oi, siaya.
Dx၀ləşucid.